A new character is coming out to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R. We're going to talk about Granblue Fantasy Relink and a brand new version of Granblue Fantasy Versus, and a new anime game has just been announced. Welcome to Around the Bush. Welcome to your weekly dose of anime game news. Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back, everybody. My name is Globku. I'm here with Rene. How's it going?
Hey, I'm doing fine. Shout outs to you. You just did that intro. I just came up with that idea, and he's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it.
I'll just do it.
We'll try it out." And that was perfect. That was perfect. Even with the Fade to Black, honestly, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, the Fade to Black. We can make it a bit snappier.
We can make it snappier.
Yeah. All right, but I like that. It's not too hard to pull off, honestly. We know what topics we're going to cover ahead of the episode, so that's totally fine. We can just go through the highlights. But welcome, chat. Welcome, everybody. A pleasure to have you guys here, as always. And we're going to start with the thumbnail news, because we're not going to keep you waiting until the end. If you click this because you want to see what's coming to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R, wait no longer. January 29th. This is a Sunday patch. A patch coming out on Sunday. That's already pretty big news. This doesn't happen often. What do you mean a patch on a Sunday?
I was the one posting this news on our server, and I had to double check. I double checked twice. Like, Sunday? Really? And then I went to look at it. It's Sunday. No, there's something I'm making. There's a mistake. Cannot be. It is weird, and the other thing that comes to mind when this happens is, didn't the last character come with the other Naruto character? Like, sort of like...
same day almost.
Time.
Yeah. It was right? It was like Thursday, I think. We got both the Naruto character and the Jojo character. Both of them, actually. It was Father Pucci and Weather Report, if I recall correctly. Both of them dropped at the same time as Naruto Baryon mode for Shinobi Striker.
Yeah, so what comes to mind is... It seems like Bandai has like a release window for stuff, and they're just like, let's release it now, and everything comes out. This is better though, because it's gonna be a Sunday, so we're gonna make a video on Monday, and then we'll have Naruto at the end of the week.
Oh yeah, but it gives us enough time to cover this DLC, take a couple of days, and then cover the next DLC. For sure. It gives us enough time. I don't mind them releasing everything on the same week, but when they do everything on the same day, it's like, why?
Crazy.
You have so much time.
But yeah, I'm excited for this as always. Like, even if I don't play JoJo anymore, because I really can't. Online is that bad. I am excited to at least watch you learn this character and come up with combos. It's always fun. Yeah. It's always fun to see what they do.
I agree.
Stroheim
was one of the most requested characters. So we talked about him last week, I think, because they teased the character. They revealed he was the one coming out in this patch. And now we know when he's coming out. So I bet he'll be a lot of fun. They also released the patch notes. This one patch 1.5. A lot of balance changes. The only like general thing was adjusting the special gauge, because it would actually build up if a player was damaged by their own attacks, and now it doesn't. Whatever. There's a bunch of like really minor changes, like all these characters got minorly affected. Akira Otoishi has a pretty good list of changes there. Guido Mista also a pretty good list of changes. Weather forecast, surprisingly, not really. Okay, they say the character came out and was pretty good. Father Pucci, though, big changes for both versions. Father Pucci and Father Pucci Vinyl, both with very, very, very big changes. Oh my goodness. So those characters are getting significantly changed. And of course, the most important part, added paid DLC character Rudolf von Stroheim. You can play as the Robo-Nazi in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R. Looking forward to it. I will probably only touch this next Monday. I will not touch this on Sunday.
Yeah, it just... The one thing I wonder is, it always comes to mind, and we've even covered this on the previous video, but these patch notes, like, I love that they're still supporting, but who are these patch notes for, right?
Yeah. Maybe there's a big Japanese scene playing, I don't know. I know there's not a big European scene, because they, like, I've told this story. Like a month ago, they said, "Hey, you want to do tournaments for the EU community?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Get in touch." They didn't get in touch, so I just assumed the EU community doesn't exist or they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
The NA scene is slightly healthy, but even they are like playing on a mirror server. They're not playing with an netcode.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, I guess this is for them. I don't know. Maybe the Japanese scene is the one taking notes and complaining
it usually
about stuff.
is with these games, right? That's the way it's been with fighting games for ages. Online dies in the West because no one can handle the lag, but the game stays alive in Japan, and because it is such a closed culture, like that's all they see. And games are balanced according to the Japanese meta. It's been that way for ages. It's changed in recent years, but this feels like a very old game in more ways than one, and this is maybe one of them.
Yeah, still, regardless, good to see them supporting, even though we don't see where the game is happening, but, good to see them support.
Yeah. Now, this is CyberConnect 2, obviously, who are not only making this game, they're making another anime game, and that other anime game is called Fuga, Melodies of Steel 2. So, this is like their indie game. It's self-published, and they released the first one a while back. It's a turn-based strategy game where you control a tank, you control a bunch of children inside the tank, and then each tank has different effects. It's got a pretty decent level of depth and character development, and you can sacrifice each children to the soul cannon. But now a sequel's coming out in May, and there's some more mechanics they're adding to this one, and I believe they have committed to making a trilogy. So this is the second of 3.
Yeah, we covered this game. We did a video on this, and I remember I didn't play it. I remember I think I edited the video, and you were pretty positive about this game. The game seemed fun for what it was. The story pretty intense. Art style pretty cool. So yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do in terms of like new mechanics. I don't think this will be a very big change from the previous game. It's probably just like more story, more development in that story. I don't think they're gonna be making many changes.
Yeah, the bases will be the same for sure.
Yeah,
there's this new meter that is a judgment meter. Depending on the choices you make, your judgment meter might go left or right, and that unlocks leader skills that you can apply in battle. Stuff like this transport, you just go to another destination on the waypoint, which is massive, or you repeat your own turn, so you got 2 turns in a row, depending on the leader allegiance that you picked. Are you a more combative leader or more passive, negotiational leader? And that has apparently 2 different lists of skills.
Okay. This seems like, this seems like a perfect Game Pass game. It's a very specific audience that this game is built for. But if you have this game on Game Pass, maybe some people will try it out as well. People that are not necessarily looking, for these kinds of games.
Right.
So I guess this is I think they actually released the first one on Game Pass. I don't know how well it did. Okay. I think so. I think the first one was on Game Pass for a while. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was. And it is indeed the perfect way to go about it. To be honest, yeah, this one isn't, according to this trailer.
Yeah, according to this, not really.
But yeah, but it did well. I think the game deserves a 10. It's a very specific genre, I think.
Smoke also asked if Fuga even do good, and with what I know, not really. But it got approved right away for a sequel and a third game, which I guess also means like this isn't a big budget game. It's not a huge investment, right? So, but from what I know from a source, it's that no, it did not meet its goals. It did not do good.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for news. I think in December 13th. NoisyPixel.net says Fuga Melodies of Steel sells 100,000 units worldwide. Sequel release date arriving in 2023. Development final phase. Here's the thing, across all platforms as well, 100,000 is not very good, but it also depends on how much budget they put into this game.
I just texted you my source, okay? So that's where my info is coming from.
Of
Okay?
course. Yeah, I'm just putting it into perspective, into numbers. 100,000 games sold, it is not very much. That being said, the basis is done. So the amount of budget that they need to develop the second and the third game is going to be much lower than the first one. So yeah, why not? I guess try to get more copies out. And if this game was really on Game Pass, I'm sure they got a pretty good deal out of Microsoft too. Microsoft has been known to pay well for games that arrive on Game Pass.
Okay.
So
not their employees though, but not gonna go there. Anyway. Big layoffs everywhere.
That's a different.
Big layoffs everywhere. It's the whole industry. Honkai Star Rail has a final closed beta with signups that are open now. You guys always ask me, "Yo, is this beta open?" No, it's closed. Where do I sign up? You can't anymore. And well, this is your warning. If you want to sign up for the Honkai Star Rail beta, do not wait until you see me playing it. You gotta sign up right now. And signups end on February 12th. And there's a link, and I'll just put this tweet in chat if you guys are watching this live. So if you want to sign up for the Honkai Star Rail beta, you better do it now before it goes away. This is just your friendly warning. All right? That's it. Just wanted to let you know because you always ask.
Correction for myself.
Anyway.
Fuga is on Game Pass still. So if you wanna,
it's still there. Nice.
Yeah, if you wanna try it out, if you have Game Pass, can give it a go.
Cool. Next, Ishiki did not come out this week. This was last week. I think I said he either comes out next week or the week after. So he didn't come out this week. Instead, we got some updated screenshots. This is an ability where he grabs you, and then I believe you have a second activation where he just teleports behind you whenever he wants to. And that sounds kind of big. Whatever this is, and the cubes. All right.
Cubes.
So I believe Fleetboy Jetson has the translations for all of this, but I also find it fun to discover the jutsu as we're playing. He did not come out last week, which means he comes out next week, almost for sure, especially because we got Ninja World Face Off, which is a 1-week event, and when we get this 1-week event around DLC time, it's usually at the end of that event that the character comes out. So next Thursday, which means next week we have 2 DLCs to cover. We got Jojo and we got Naruto.
Here's something that I want to ask. As someone who is not very deep into Boruto lore, what the fuck are those cubes? What is that? What is the meaning behind those cubes? What is the material we're talking about? Is that moon stuff?
Moon stuff. Let's call it that. Moon stuff.
Moon stuff. Okay, moon stuff
Yep.
cubes. All right.
Moon stuff cubes. That's
Cool.
That's what we're going with, and we're gonna close this show with Granblue Fantasy. Granblue Fantasy Festival happened last weekend, and I told you guys on the last Around the Bush that we were going to be covering it today. Now, 2 big games out of Granblue Fantasy Festival, obviously. Granblue Fantasy Relink and Granblue Fantasy Versus. Let's start with Relink. Relink was playable on the show for the very first time. The public could actually play the game. According to reports from the public, you were super overgeared for those events, so difficulty is not something you can really judge from that. But we got this new trailer. We got a demo with several playable characters. And I think the most surprising thing to come out of this gameplay demo was how unique they are making each character fight. They are giving everyone very unique gimmicks, and that makes them feel very, very different. I kind of love that. I love that they're going for that with each character. They're going further in the uniqueness level than I was expecting them to, and that is awesome.
This game is going to be fully playable on co-op, right?
Yeah, 4-player co-op. You can just jump into a mission with friends.
I am very, very excited. Look, I was just thinking about this, and this is one of those games that if we can get that, we're definitely going to review it. If we get this game on time, and if we have enough time with the game on our hands, this is one of those games that, like, if we can, I want to play this like as much as I can with you, because this seems like a fantastic game to play co-op. This game still looks amazing. I was wondering how this game was going to pull off the same graphics that it did back when it surprised us. to me, it's still looking amazing. Like, I still look at these clips and the graphics, and I'm like, wow, this game looks amazing. I really want to play this. The characters look interesting. I think the fighting system looks interesting too. The world building, I think, is very cool too. Yeah, I really want to play this. I really want to play this and experience this in co-op. Seems like a fun game to play.
100%. The one thing that has me slightly worried is difficulty, but once again, we can't really judge that from what we've seen so far. I will say that they are making some attempts to welcome mobile game players by including an assist mode, where basically all you have to do is move your left stick, and the character will attack automatically. I don't
That's
know.
cool.
I don't know why you'd buy a game to just move your left stick, to be honest.
I think of it more of as an accessibility feature, because some people can't play the game unless they just move, and I think that's awesome for people who actually move physically.
Should players be able to beat end game content by moving the left stick?
For sure. Yeah,
in a co-op game, I disagree. I highly disagree. Yeah, I think you ruin the experience for other players. I agree with you in most games that, especially single player, like who the fuck cares? But in a co-op game, I think you're ruining the experience for some players if you just include a mode like that is able to clear everything.
No, it's just it is. Honestly, I don't see it as ruining because it's an option. Like I'm not gonna play.
It's an option that I don't pick. It's an option that I don't pick because I can choose to play like, the manual mode, and someone joins with just the assist mode, and
they're doing, yeah, but you can also have a player who does the same thing and just plays really well and does everything that the assist mode does. You won't feel the difference. You won't know if it's a disabled player moving their stick because they are physically incapable of playing, or if it's someone who struggles, or if it's an hardcore player that plays with 5 controllers at the same time and does everything. Like, you won't know, you won't really know, and I don't think it really makes a difference for us. I think it's much more important for people who can't play, as opposed to us that, like, for us it's a commodity. And honestly, it's like, does it really matter? Because, like, when you're playing, if you don't want to play with that, you just invite specific people. I don't know. I don't think it's much of an obstacle.
No,
I choose the way I play.
Yeah,
you know.
I see your point. Yeah. The difficulty does worry me though, because I think anime games have entered this trend where everything must be accessible and beatable by everybody, no matter how well they play, and like, games just lack challenge. And I think that is ultimately the biggest worry for me. So it's not really about like the accessibility being a problem, is what the accessibility tells me about where their head is at.
I think I understand what you mean. It's like, I want the option for this game to challenge me and to be more fun towards what I want from a video game. The accessibility and difficulty are two things that I think are a bit different, because yes, accessibility features make the game easier, and if you want to use them, fine. But I want to have, I want to be challenged, and I don't want that to be the base of the game. If you want to have accessibility features that make the game even, auto-completable, I don't mind that, as long as you give me the option to play and have a fun time with challenges. And I think that's what, for example, One Piece, which was the most recent one, was there any option that would make the game difficult to you? No, right?
No. There was no way for me to make the game hard.
Yeah, and that's not accessibility. That is just a game
to do with it.
Not having a good difficulty. If the game was difficult, but then you have accessibility options where it allows you to get through the game easier, super fine by that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't use them, but for people who want them or need them, that's fine. It's there. When the game, it's just easier, just for the sake of tailoring to specific players, with that I don't necessarily
and
agree.
I do hear, like, you make a very strong point for, like, disabled players being able to experience stuff like this and everything, but I don't think that's the focus. I really think that's Granblue Fantasy, the mobile game. Let's bring as many players as possible into the console market. And
Sure, sure.
I don't think that is like them being noble with accessibility options. It's them trying to suck those players in who don't have the skills and will not learn the skills. Because if you can just turn on left stick to move and everything happens automatically, you'll never learn how to play. And that's where I disagree with this option the most. But you make a very strong case for players being able to experience it if they were not be able to otherwise. I think when you talk about players being lazy, that's where it falls apart a little bit. But that was not your argument in the slightest. So
yeah, but you know what?
You have changed my mind a little bit.
Yeah, but even for people that don't want to learn and still want to experience the story, as long as like you don't hinder my experience, if you have that option for those players, sure.
Yeah,
why not?
No, I don't mind getting through the story with a bunch of people just moving the left thumbstick. I mean, it's the problem with, and we're gonna start seeing this in more and more console games because now we're seeing this in all mobile games. You just press the auto button and the game plays itself because there's no challenge there. The game on auto will clear itself for you. Yeah, and you kind of lose. There's no point to playing the game at that point, right? Like, why are you doing that? And I think we're gonna see that a little bit more with console games going forward, and it's stuff like this. And I don't mind getting through the story with a bunch of players that don't actually want to play the game. They just want to move the left thumbstick to see the story because they like Granblue Fantasy. But if there's like endgame content and there's like challenging bosses to tackle and everything, I want those players to get crushed, dude. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, well, for me, it's always been like, and I've been, one of the things I love the most about video games when it comes to gameplay is challenges, and be it Bloodborne, Elden Ring, Ninja Gaiden, Devil May Cry. Celeste is a great example, because Celeste has a lot of accessibility options, even like I think you can't die. There's a mode where you can't die. You can physically die, so you can just go through the game. And I always think about that, like even the end game challenges, I wouldn't do them with those modes. I wouldn't. There are people, and there are, for example, achievements tied to them. I could have used those modes to get through and get the achievements myself in an easier way. That's not why I play it. That's not the way I like to play.
Exactly.
I don't care. I honestly don't care. Like, it's even, I know there are people that don't have any disabilities that use those because they wanted to get the achievements.
Oh,
but
that's
it's like,
totally fine. But if we're talking about a multiplayer co-op game, then that starts to get into my game. Like, I think everything is fine because it doesn't affect how you play. And if you feel bothered that someone else beat a game with an assist mode, you're just a gatekeeping asshole. That's what you are. Exactly. I mean, why cannot someone else just experience that joy? I mean, or not experience that joy because they feel like they cheated. It's up to them. It has nothing to do with your experience. But when it gets to co-op, I think it affects your game. And that's why I'm a little bit more torn about it in this.
Yeah. Maybe I can't necessarily see how it would affect your game, but maybe it does. Maybe there's an option for you to try and avoid those players, to just to make sure that your experience doesn't get changed because of that. But we'll see as it comes out. For now, I am very excited, and I hope that when it comes out, we have enough time so that we can play it and review it as a co-op game, because looks really fun.
It does look very fun, and also very fun is the new version of Granblue Fantasy Versus called Granblue Fantasy Versus: Rising. Yes, rollback netcode is coming to Granblue Fantasy Versus. Yes, crossplay is coming to Granblue Fantasy Versus. But it's all coming in a new version of the game. I do not know what the upgrade path is, but I do know that this game will release with upgraded visuals that you are watching right now. It will release with the entire roster plus DLC, so it's like a championship edition or like a definitive edition, ultimate edition, whatever you want to call it. It comes with all the DLC prepackaged. It comes with new story content. It comes with new stages. And it comes with even some more lobby stuff to do, including a party game that looks like Fall Guys.
Honestly, first of all, if that game controls well, super cool. super awesome that they have that chibi game mode, because it's something that, well, technically you are paying extra for it because you're gonna have to buy this version for sure. I doubt they're gonna make this version. I even doubt there will be an upgrade path for this. I think this is gonna be a full price game.
Yeah.
On top of the previous one, this is gonna be like Super Street Fighter or Street Fighter Turbo, whatever. This is going to be a new version.
You're just going to have to buy it. And it is a separate game. They have confirmed that the previous game, Granblue Fantasy Versus, that you own right now, or not, but the one you could own right now, it just got its final patch. So final balance patch just hit. They're not touching that version again. They're going to release this game, and it's going to be a separate install. Yeah, that's what it is. So PS5 version for the first time. That's also big news. But yeah, PS5, PS4, and PC.
But this is very cool. Everything that they've shown, and honestly, people seem to be excited for this game quite a lot.
I'm excited for this game. I'm super excited for this game now. I think like it still has an issue that I couldn't get past in Granblue Fantasy Versus, which is hits. When you hit someone, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like, I got the hit. It's like a very light tap, 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 special. Tap, 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 special. And like, it doesn't really feel satisfying. And I think that's not going to change. But my main problem was definitely netcode. I would practice these combos and in practice mode, go online and really literally pull nothing off because the buffer system was weird and then the delay was absolutely awful. So hopefully the rollback is good. Here's the Fall Guys game mode.
It's a football game mode, man.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it controls good, but it's party game mayhem, so who cares?
Look at this shit. This is really cool, man. I really hope this controls well. And again, this is something that adds on top of a fighting game, but like, why not? It's just extra stuff.
It's like finally an ArcSys lobby making sense. Right? So far, It's just like the menu is better than anything you could do. Oh, hang on. Fall Guys? Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's exciting. Mostly, I'm happy to see people excited for this game again because I do think it deserves it. And the game did not have its chance because it came out at a time where the world was going to shit. Offline tournaments were not a thing. Yeah. And this was at the peak of it as well. Like this game released at the worst time possible for the netcode that it had. So this game has a second chance. And honestly, I think they have a real chance of making it. And hopefully they do. Now, one thing comes to mind, obviously.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball FighterZ. Another game. That they have announced rollback for it, but crossplay.
No crossplay.
Hits me.
No crossplay. And how far they are taking this version of the game? Because they were like, okay, please roll back. Everyone want to roll back for Granblue, and they were like, okay, rollback, crossplay, new version of the game with updated graphics, new stages, like everything. Here's everything, right? Here's a big update for your game. FighterZ is like, no, we're done. The game is as best as it can possibly be. I guess we'll give you rollback. Okay.
Why? And this is me again. We do this for a living, but we don't have heavy information. We don't know that much into the details of marketing and selling games. But I wonder at this point, why not make a Super Dragon Ball FighterZ? Like, why not make a version with every character available, rollback netcode and crossplay? Charge people for it because it is a lot of work, especially the crossplay bit and the rollback as well.
And
charge people for it.
They're making a PS5 version, right? They did say that with a rollback version, there will be a PS5 and Xbox Series version because, needs more specs for that. PS4 is left behind. Like, there's no rollback for PS4. Where Granblue has rollback for PS4, by the way, just an extra.
Just an extra thought for your mind. No, I see what you mean, but it came across to me as a version that was going to be free because of rollback, because you can only. This is going to be an update. It's not. And again, I'm saying, no, charge me.
That is what it is. Okay.
Charge me for the rollback and crossplay. I don't mind that. I think you deserve to, because it is a lot of it is a big investment at this point.
I don't think you can sell a game, even as a package like that, a fighting game specifically, and then say we're never patching this. You know, this is it. I don't think you can do that.
That is the problem. Unless again you sell it with the like every character as a DLC. I think a full price for the characters included.
Would they be making money there, or would they be losing money? I really think the DLC is what makes them the most money right now. It's not even selling.
For sure. But they I guess the game is very cheap now, and I think the DLCs are very cheap as well.
No, no, they're not.
They're not. I guess I bought them at a cheap price because of there's a lot of there's always a lot of deals.
Yeah, the game is super cheap. It has deals all the time. The season pass is still $25-$30.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes the Ultimate Edition gets a discount, but I think Ultimate Edition comes with the first season. That's it.
I guess.
That's not the first season, but I've actually rebought the Ultimate Edition for like $5 on PlayStation or something.
There's some big deals there. But like, you go to season 2, 3, and 4, nah, those are never on sale. That's where the money is, man.
Yeah, I guess they would probably be losing money with that. I don't know. It's a weird situation. Their most profitable game, and again, this is not ArcSys. This is Bandai. This is all Bandai. Bandai pulls the trigger on these decisions. So who knows what's happening behind the scenes? I am 99% sure that Dragon Ball FighterZ 2 is getting made. But it was getting made probably during COVID, during the pandemic. Shit got delayed for sure. I don't know what's happening. It just seems weird that the most successful game they have is the one that has the least information coming out. And right. Being Bandai also makes sense in that regard. But it is a bit frustrating. Let's be honest. It is. 100%. It is a bit frustrating. I was and this is a bit of an anecdote here, but someone sent me Andre from past IGN, the one
Andre, yeah.
He sent me a video of he went to Impact's stream, the Portuguese streamer, and they were fighting Dragon Ball Fighters, and I came to this realization of how brilliant Dragon Ball Fighters is. They were both playing Dragon Ball Fighters, and they are very new at the game.
Yeah.
But the amount of shit Dragon Ball related that was happening, it's beautiful. It's like, oh my god. It's even more chaotic than a proper fight between two experienced players.
Of course.
And in a way, more beautiful, because there's a lot of shit happening. People attacking Dragon Rushes in the air twice in a row, vanishing. Level 3s being thrown out. It is amazing. I like, what a fucking game. What a fucking game. And it's a shame that it kind of ended in not that it's over, but it kind of is.
But kind of is.
In a sad way.
There's rollback coming, and then we'll see what happens. But anyway, that is the news for today. Thank you for watching. It's time for Q&A, folks. If you got any questions, ask them in chat. Or I'm also looking at No Mic Voice over on the Discord server. We do have a Discord command now. Look at that. Poe set it up yesterday, though it was always in the description below. So but thanks, Poe. I like that a lot. There are a few more commands I've been wanting to make, but I always forget them during the stream. What's up?
I want to show you something that I did.
Okay.
And this is so. As you guys know, I have. Big OCD.
Ooh.
Big OCD. And another thing that I have is FOMO when it comes to video games. I'm gonna send it to Discord. I've made a document of games that I've been the games that I want to play this year with dates to be announced, and also backlog. Games that I want to clear as a backlog.
Right.
And I have, and this is because I was going to ask if you were going to play Hi-Fi Rush, if it seems interesting to you, because that was
100%.
That seems super cool.
Yeah.
And I came to a realization yesterday is that I keep adding games to my backlog, and I don't clear any games.
Oh, I'm taking a lot of them out. I just took the MC5 out of my backlog. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to play this anymore. It's not pleasant to me anymore.
Yeah,
so I'm done. Next. And are you gonna play Avengers?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. So I'll just clear the story and do nothing else probably. Because I think the achievements look interesting, but I'm like, I'll only do the achievements if he's here. If he's not, probably not. So I'll just do the story. Be done with it.
I wish I liked the game because I think it would be a cool game to play, but it was so boring.
I want to play the Need for Speed game, but I can't drag you down with me apparently. So I'll just play that myself.
Is that co-op? Is that co-op?
Yeah.
All right, maybe. I won't say no.
I'll probably go Hi-Fi Rush after I finish Marvel.
Yeah, let me do a bit of research because I actually didn't know if that was co-op or not. Let me do a bit of research.
I mean, I don't know how much of it is co-op. I just saw Afro and Lotus play together, so there is co-op or multiplayer.
Yeah.
Going through questions. Okay, when are we getting emotes for YouTube? During the subathon. During the actual subathon. I think that's going to be... Some of those goals are going to be adding emotes. How's life? Life's good. Life's good. When you're... What's the quote? Life's good. When you're... When you're what? I forgot. Would you ever do a full or even small review of Granblue Fantasy vs. Rising? I probably will. I feel like I feel like we'll do an actual review of the game, to be honest. Yep. This is a very trippy effect on stream.
Yeah.
This is nothing but a bolt inside a ruler.
He's having fun, guys. He's having a lot of fun.
That's a trippy effect on stream.
We actually need to set up my camera for these streams.
Yes, we do.
Because I think it's going to be more interesting for people to have.
I need to get over here and like just mess with this with like I don't and move the cameras and then because I have all of this stuff also. Like, how do I move with these two cameras over here? I have a lot of work, dude.
Shit.
It's
Yeah,
a
that
lot
sucks.
of work to set up. So.
That's and I'm here concerned about,
I gotta
getting my green
camera.
screen.
Well,
No, it's just I have to set up the green screen. It's not free, huh? It's not free. It's just
Oh, you actually sent me your backlog.
I did.
Dude,
I
Breath
did.
of the Wild. Stop postponing that.
No. Here's the reason why I don't postpone.
Breath of the Wild's on your backlog?
Yeah, it's on his backlog, man.
Here's the reason why Breath of the Wild is on my backlog. When I play that game, I want to be in the correct mindset to play that game because I'm gonna spend 60 hours with my headphones. For example, right now I'm in a mood where I don't want to be. I want to listen to podcasts. I want to be watching something while I play.
You can do
Devil
that.
May Cry has been. No, I can't.
You
That's
can do
not.
that.
That's not how I'm gonna enjoy Breath of the Wild.
You are. I think at the start, yes, you're right, but then like the minimal ambience that the game has, it's totally compatible with music or a podcast in the background. I think sure you can immerse yourself into the world, but like for that long to just be a quiet world, I think there's a vibe to that, but I don't think it's incompatible with watching an episode of Clifford the Red Dog.
It is the way. It is for the way I like to play. Like to play video games. It's like
the way you like to play Breath of the Wild is to not play it at all with how long it's been in your backlog.
no, but I don't mind that because it's there. Like I'm definitely gonna play that.
Okay.
It's probably gonna become one of my favorite games.
Right.
I'm in a bit of a rush because the second one is gonna come out, and now I need to play it. Until now, I don't care because I know I'm gonna love that game. There's no spoilers really, so I know I'm gonna play that game. I'm gonna enjoy it a lot when I play it. It is now on my mind, and that's why I put it. Like it's one of the next games I'm gonna play just because I want to prepare for the next one. And there was another reason because I really thought that. I started Breath of the Wild, and I bought a Pro Controller because of it, because I was not feeling the Switch Joy-Cons. And I got to a village, and the game was running at 10 frames per second. And at that point, I was like, I wonder if I should play this when a new Switch comes out. And it was not the reason why I didn't play it, but at some point with all the rumors going about the Switch Pro and the next installment of Switch, I'm like,
you just didn't pull the trigger. I get it.
Like, should I switch? Should I wait for the second one? Because honestly,
You have a Pro controller though, right?
I do.
Okay.
I bought it because of Zelda, and you know, I'm gonna end up playing it. I think next month, probably. Maybe after Hogwarts, because I think Hogwarts is gonna take a while.
Yeah.
But
I do feel split about Hogwarts still. Like, I still feel the whole J.K. Rowling thing. I'm like, should I buy it? But I really like it. But I don't want to support this bullshit. I saw something, and I know this is me trying to justify my purchase if I want to buy it. But I saw something that it literally none of your purchase goes to J.K. Rowling, and I don't know if it's true or not. I think this is like Warner Brothers has purchased the rights to the game, and now there's no royalties associated. But I don't know how true that is. But like the money is spent, and your decision will do nothing for J.K. Rowling.
From what I've heard, your decision of not buying this game will only hurt the developers. Because J.K. Rowling has gotten that money. She has got the money. Don't worry. She's got the money. That sucks. The thing is, and I saw a lot of people commenting on this, like, oh, the developers got paid already for this game when it comes out. They won't get hurt. What? Yeah, but them losing their jobs.
And then they lose their jobs because the studio shuts down because it doesn't have enough money to support the next game. Of course.
Like
that's
people
how the
have
industry
no
works.
idea. People have no idea. Oh, they got paid. They can get fired now because money won't run out. Shit, man. People are the wildest. But I do, like, if people decide not to support it, I understand it too, man.
Yeah, I understand it too. I'm just trying to do my mental gymnastics to justify my purchase. That's basically it.
Here's the thing. The company's going to buy Harry Potter.
Right.
If it's going to be my money or yours
it's
or
like,
both.
It's like buying the Naruto game, right? Like Shueisha's not getting money from that. They got the money every year from the license.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. And Warner Brothers should probably not pull the trigger on another Harry Potter game. Because they're on shaky ground already.
The one thing that kind of annoys me, and this is the one thing that sometimes makes me doubt if I'm gonna buy this game or not, is the difficulty. And I know this is, I know they have to do this, but it still bothers me. The company never fucking addresses it directly.
Oh.
They say stuff that I'm like, we don't support this.
They're trying to separate themselves as much as they can from JK. And they're doing that by not mentioning it, but there's probably like contractual obligations and stuff in place where they can't say anything. Like,
that's the one thing.
It doesn't bother me at all. Like, I feel for them. I feel for them a lot.
Of course, but it's like, I wish they could say something. I wish they say we support trans people. Like we want to.
I mean, they can kind of do that on the down low by just including, I don't know, like a trans bathroom in Hogwarts. Like that would be such a power move,
bro.
Right?
It sucks. And on top of all, we're getting all these previews that say the game is fucking awesome.
Right.
Recent previews, I think it was like a couple of days ago, people are popping off for this. And obviously this is a very focused group. This is, people that have been, we don't know if they have been paid or not. We don't know how close they are. They have been playing a very specific portion of the game that the developers allow them to play.
Yeah.
But it all comes together with what we see. The game looks amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And for fans of Harry Potter, it's a perfect game.
Yeah, the ultimate Harry Potter game, 100%. The game we've been dreaming for a while. The game that, like, if it was a Naruto game, it's the game that every Naruto fan has dreamed since they were a teen. It's everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's that, but for Harry Potter. It's the dream game videos that I've been making, but for Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Back to questions. You got a date for the subathon yet? Nope. But we have started planning it. I mean, that's progress, right? We have started planning the subathon. I can proudly say we have about 3 hours of content. So
you think so? I think we have more. No, wait. We have like 5 hours. What?
I'm not sold on the other 2. So we got 3 hours of content.
The first portion is almost 2 hours. What do you mean?
Yeah. That one I'm good on. Is what comes after. Anyway, do you think Ultra Rumble will bring My Hero Academia back into the spotlight? No, I don't think any video game about an anime has the power to bring the anime into the spotlight. I think that power lies exclusively on the anime itself. And I think Season 6 of My Hero Academia brought it back into the spotlight for a little bit, but it was overshadowed by much stronger anime that were coming out at that time. Chainsaw Man, Spy Family, stuff like that is just way better. So My Hero kind of fell a little bit because there's other anime being louder than My Hero Academia. But no matter how good the video game is, I don't think it brings the show back into the spotlight. I don't think that is within the game's power. Do you have any? Yeah, go ahead.
I think there's an exception.
Okay.
And again, the spotlight is a vague term, but Naruto Storm Connections. I think that game has enough popularity that it will bring some spotlight into Naruto once again.
I don't think so. Because I think when the spotlight will be Naruto around release for Storm Connections, but then people will go watch the anime and it's still Boruto. It's still the same thing. So I think it quickly falls off. If there's not an anime show, like the two things can feed each other, and we've seen very positive results of that. I mean, Cyberpunk probably being the biggest one. Like the game releasing as broken as it was, them fixing the game and then making this push with the anime, and it kind of the anime feeds the game and the game feeds the anime in that way. We've seen this work in with a few different examples, but they have to work together. And that's the thing. Like, you make a really good game, you make Storm Connections, and it's the best Naruto game you've ever played. Great. You go watch the show and it's still Boruto. Who the fuck cares? Like, it's not going to bring the anime back into the spotlight. It doesn't do that.
Here's where I think you're wrong. Because Boruto has dinosaurs. Do you know what I mean? I think it's different now. Yeah, now it's different.
Yeah. True. Dinosaurs rule. I guess I could... What? Curious about your opinion. If DBFZ2 happens, how do you think it would work since there's no new material, unless suddenly the anime continues before that? There's no new material. There's still plenty of material they haven't covered in Dragon Ball FighterZ. And yeah, I do think the anime continues beyond that, but I think what makes the Dragon Ball FighterZ 2 interesting is not new characters. It's I mean, that's part of it, but it's new mechanics. It's a better story mode. It's the netcode and crossplay support from the get-go. I think that's what makes the sequel exciting. I don't know where they would go with new mechanics. I mean, my first answer, if you asked me that 3 years ago, my first answer would be selectable assists. But then they did that for Season 3. So if they did that in a season, what is a sequel for Dragon Ball FighterZ? I actually don't know. I don't have the answer to that question, but I don't think the show needs to continue for them to get new characters and explore. Like, you have Majin Vegeta, you have a ton of stuff from movies, you have original Dragon Ball characters to pull from, you have so much stuff. You still have so much.
Yeah, even if you wanted to just, justify a new game with just characters, which obviously that would never happen, but let's say the new game is just more characters. You have so many characters that even transformations. Like, you have the new Vegeta now that I don't want to spoil because I think it's just manga, but new transformation. There's the Super Saiyan Gods, which I find super dope. I think those designs are super cool if you want them. There's more Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is not in the game. Super Saiyan 4 Goku is not in the game. Oh my god, you have so many characters that if you want, you can feel... there's a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Omega Shenron, Jesus, Omega Shenron is a great character. I would love that, actually.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't love GT, but that Omega Shenron would be awesome.
GT is really good. I think GT is better than Super when it starts the baby arc. I think GT, baby arc to Omega Shenron, is better than the Buu saga. That's how high up I put it. I think GT was kind of lost, and people kind of shit on GT a lot because of it being non-canon. But like the baby arc directly feeds into the Super 17 and Shenron, and I don't like the Super 17 arc too much, but these arcs directly affect each other. They don't feel disconnected the way Dragon Ball Super does, and the way the Blue Saga did back on Z. So I like when the narrative has influence and there are consequences that happen in one arc that affect the next one, and that was the peak writing of Dragon Ball. That was Dragon Ball Z. How Raditz influences the coming of the Saiyans, how defeating the Saiyans leads into discovering Namek and the origin story of Piccolo, how destroying Namek and coming back triggers the Red Ribbon Army stuff, all the way up to Cell. Like, the storytelling is beautiful in Dragon Ball Z, and that was completely lost after Cell. GT got a little bit of it back during the Baby Saga, Super 17, Omega Shenron, and that's
and then you have something like GT, Dragon Ball GT.
Good intro.
Fantastic. Yeah. Fantastic intro. Oh my god, the Dragon Ball Super. I forgot about the superhero movie. You want more transformations? You want more characters? Jesus, so many.
I don't like that at all.
I do not. I'm okay with Piccolo. Let's say this. I'm okay with Piccolo. Just to give the man something.
Where does that even come from, though? They made it up.
They made it up.
They just make shit up and like, okay, you're a different color now. Let's sell more toys. I hate it. It so undermines everything that's good about Dragon Ball. And yeah. I don't like it. It's like, yo, shiny new color. Cool. Where does that come from? We made it up for money. Okay. It makes me feel like you made everything up for money. And the story was cool back then. You know, there was a reason for Super Saiyan 2 or Super Saiyan also. I like those. Are those also? Okay, well, my child is a lie. Thanks, Orange Piccolo.
I have a good... This is... And I don't think it is that hard to do, at least for me. I have a good way of like... Oh, you destroyed something that I liked? Okay, I'm just gonna ignore it. Super for me, that doesn't exist. Superhero doesn't exist.
Right.
Super Broly, fucking awesome. Yeah, I like that.
I like that one. I like that one a lot. What about God? God is not awful. Super Saiyan God is not awful. Super Saiyan Blue is the worst one of all.
Yeah, I fucking love God, and they made Blue, and I cannot describe the anger I felt.
Super Saiyan Blue is so bad. They just gave it a new color. Like, it didn't feel deserved at all. And it's what Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo are. It's the exact same shit.
For no
Except
reason.
Those are not canon, but it's the exact same stuff.
That's the thing, Vegeta's. Super Saiyan God was not just a color. The characters were different. They got thinner. They're like, the characters have a new design. And then Super Saiyan Blue, that is a new color. That is just a new color.
Yeah. I think Ultra Instinct was kind of cool. They didn't need to have two forms. I think the sign was actually cooler than Goku changing hair. Because if you think about what the transformation is, it's not a power-up. It's Goku dodging attacks without thinking about it. So just having this little aura and changing his demeanor is really badass. But then, oh, white hair because money. God damn it.
You fucked it up.
God damn it.
Yeah, I agree. Vegeta's new transformation, I guess I'm okay with it because there's lore behind it. There's an explanation. We know where that comes from, you know?
True.
It's not like fucking... Well, I guess Gohan we know. It's the next transformation from Ultimate Gohan. It's like the same energy, the same type of energy, they say. Is that a good explanation? I don't think so.
No.
But,
no.
You know?
It's not. It's not.
Oh no, Piccolo has an explanation. It's because he was mates.
Gohan does not get to go through his life as a student, not train at all, to then just have a power-up. He doesn't get to do that. That is too much protagonist power.
Yeah.
I think it's bad.
Turns out
I think Gohan going the scholar life has a an implied sacrifice that he will not be the warrior that he could be. And that's interesting narratively. And Superhero gets rid of that immediately by just going, well, if he fights for 10 minutes, I guess he can be stronger than he ever was. What? What the fuck do you mean? To reach Super Saiyan 2 level, he got angry to the point that he never got. And that was after a full year training in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, which came straight right after the Frieza saga. And the man was training like nobody's business. He didn't stop to study. That was his training arc. And when Cell steps on the head of Android 16, he snaps for the first time in his life. And that shows everyone what everyone already knew, that Gohan was going to be more powerful than even Goku. And that's when he triggers Super Saiyan 2. And then he fucking stops. He stops. He goes to high school. And he goes to college. He becomes a doctor. He doesn't train anymore. He doesn't get beast mode. That's not deserved.
No, I guess he trained because he comes up with the.
He's been training Macaco Sampo in secret. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
So, what do you mean?
Yeah, nothing makes sense.
I hate that. Yeah, Super Saiyan 4 is cool. I think Super Saiyan 4 is cool, but also it's just like, it looks cool. But it also makes a lot of sense. It's like, okay, now that you are Saiyan with all of this power, what happens if you turn into a monkey? And then what happens if you can control the power of the monkey? Okay, there's an explanation. There's a rationale behind it. So I don't dislike that.
Yeah. I like that. And it looks cool as fuck. Yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
The main
as fuck.
thing is Super Saiyan 4, it's not just a different color hair.
It's dope. Yeah, it's dope
as hell. That's it for live streams this week. We're gonna continue working on the subathon. We'll announce the date soon. We have some more events planned. Namely, I think I have already said this, but there will be an old Dragon Ball game fighting game tournament coming up in about 2 weeks, and I have a luxurious cast of content creators that I've invited to participate, and Ichunka also. So look forward to that.
Shit.
We're gonna be playing an old Dragon Ball game, an old Dragon Ball fighting game. I have not revealed what that game is yet, not even to the players, but I will give them a week to practice. It is a 2D fighting game. We should have Tyrant, we should have C4, we should have Dunk as a player. We should have a healthy roster.
Oh, we also know what the next show is going to be.
True. We have decided what the next premium show is going to be, and we're going to debut that show on the subathon. It's going to be the first episode. We'll announce it before with the trailer, but then first episode during the subathon. That's it. All right. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.